Okay, people, hello and welcome to a new YouTube video. So, today I'm going to talk about something that I view as critically important to successful trading, and that is data and data collection. Now, this is never talked about in, the online space. Well, very rarely with the trading gurus, but for me, data is how I solved all of my trading issues, especially trading psychological issues. So let's get into this video. So before I started to collect data, my trading was a complete mess, right? I was jumping from strategy to strategy, just, clutching on to anything I could get. ICT, this, turtle soup, that, just a load of nonsense. Just jumping from strategy to strategy. Every week I'd have a new idea and I would just go, oh, well, if I fix this, then my trading will work. Oh, I just need to increase my stop loss. I just need to do this. A load of just nonsense, noise, because I had no data. So every time I took a loss, every time something went wrong, I'd panic and I'd be like, oh no, it doesn't work. And I'd change and my psychology would be a complete mess. Because I had zero data. I had no idea about how my system performs over time. Right? So I would panic over losing streaks. I would take a few losses and I'd panic, blow my account, over leverage to make back losses. Just no belief in my systems, no belief in my trading routine, in my strategies, nothing. Just a complete shit show, to put it plainly, right? And I was frustrated, right? I didn't know what the problem was. And I know so many traders who think they are the issue. They think their psychology is the issue. It's their mind that's the issue. Oh, my psychology is just not good enough. Okay, perhaps it might be. But in a lot of cases, and it was the case for me, because I was disciplined in everything outside of trading. But when it came to my trading, I would get so frustrated. I'd panic. I'd change strategies, everything, right? And it was because I had basically no idea about the statistics and data of my strategy. So I had no belief in it. And I had no real, it was gambling. I was gambling because without data, you are gambling. So if you're a trader now and you have no data, you are gambling, just so you know. Anyways, moving along. This is a little screenshot of an account that I had that basically you can see the losing streaks here. Lost. All right, had our wins, lost. I panicked, blew the account, bang. Moving along. And that was just the definition of my trading. But now, I'm in a new era. And data has solved all of my psychological issues. Because when you really think about it, all we actually have as traders is historical data. What else do we have to go by? We have nothing else to go by. All we have is historical data. What did the markets do during this time period when this event happened? What happens when a certain, price pattern occurs? What happened historically? All we can do is use that data to inform our future decisions. We can do nothing more. That's it, And once you collect data on your systems, collect data on your strategies, you begin to realign your expectations with reality because you know how a strategy is performed over time. So you now have an actual realistic expectation of what sort of returns you can get. I used to think 20% a month was just had to be 20% a month, right? That's absolutely ridiculous. When you do as much back testing and data collection as I've seen, you begin to realize that if you can collect 2% per month, you're doing fantastically well, right? So my expectations began to get realigned with reality, and you don't get this out of whack expectation, which really screws your trading. Because if I collect 1%, but my expectation is at 20%, I'm gonna start over leveraging and doing all sorts of stupid stuff to get to that target. And I started to have confidence in my strategy as I collected data. Again, began to view losses as part of the game, and basically all psychological issues went out the window, right? All because I began to collect data, have confidence in my systems, and understand the statistics, right? So I was quickly going to go over to this old backtesting document I have and just show you some of what I mean, right? Look at this stuff. This is just old data, scalping strategy. I've got a load in here, right? Just data. This is when I start to manually collect data. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of data points all the way down. You can see all that, right? Hundreds and hundreds of data points, and it began to give me confidence. And this is across a load of different strategies, right? You know, you can kind of see all this stuff, just loads and loads of data, right? That is what I began to do. So basically, that's my story about why I believe data collection is absolutely so critical. And now I'm going to quickly talk to you guys about how to become a data-driven trader. Because this is all good and well, but what do you need to do? So basically, there are two approaches, right? There's the manual approach and there's the automated approach. So I'm not going to go into automated data collection because that involves learning the code and learning to automate systems so that you can collect data. That is what I have now transitioned into, because I believe that is the optimal way to truly collect data. But I have built systems around manual data collection that also works. It's just that the time and energy it takes is a lot, right? So I can talk about automated backtesting in future videos, but for now I'll talk about manual backtesting. So with the manual approach, the first mistake the traders make is they don't write out their system and systemize it to have zero discretion. You cannot collect data and backtest a system with discretion because the data will be completely screwed up. So you have to collect data with a strategy that you can systemize into a completely systemized approach. It can't have any ambiguity, any discretion. It has to be plain and simple. And again, that's something else I can talk about, but you need to get that down for your data collection to actually be accurate. You need to test over at least 1 year of data and at least 100 trades, right? 50 trades isn't good enough. 2 months isn't good enough. There's not enough data there. You need more. You need big amounts of data. And now the way my automation, my data collection is going, I look for thousands of trades, 10 years plus of data, right? And from there, once you get good, once you systemize, you can begin to backtest in this modular form such that you can refine, test variations, and improve the profitability in your strategy, right? So this is a system that I've automated, and you can see the total number of trades backtest is 1,759. And you can see the percent profitable, winning trades. This is actually a profitable system despite the low percent profitability. But look how much data, and that's over 10 years of data. And just paint the picture, right? Imagine you had this for your trading system. You knew over the last 10 years of data, how many wins it took, the biggest losing streak, what sort of gains you can expect, all of these different data points, everything. You can refine it down, you know exactly what to expect. Think of how much easier that is on your psychology, rather than trading blind with no idea on the outcome, right? That is why data is key. So I'm going to leave you with this quote by Sherlock Holmes. He wasn't a trader, but it's a bloody good quote nonetheless. He said, "It's a capital mistake to theorize before one has data." And just think about that in your trading. Are you trading with no data, just relying on what ICT or some other guru said, with no real data, with no real proof? How can you be certain of what you're doing? How can you have confidence, have trust in what you're doing? So if you are a trader and you're struggling and your psychology is all over the place, etc., start by collecting data, because that to me is where real confidence comes from. But anyways, I'll leave it there. Hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, follow along, subscribe to the channel if you want more videos like this, because I can get way more into nooks and crannies of backtesting, both manually and automated, and just anything trading related, improving trading. So yeah, give me a follow, and until next time, goodbye.